Yes, that's correct. We're
Music's
back.
going now. I'm glad he was paying attention.
No way.
Is there anyone out there? It's time for GORP. Get on respecting people. That's what that stands for.
Go on respecting people.
Go on respecting people. Welcome to the show. We're back once again. My name is Josh. We're joined by producer Fry. Hi.
Hi there. Welcome back, everyone. We're almost done with the best fast food in the land.
That's right. Best fast food in the land. You ever heard of a concept that goes on a little bit too long? Well, that's what we're doing today. We've been talking about this fast food for quite a while, but we've been having a good time. Different guests have been on the show, giving different opinions. And right now we're going to be talking about where it's going to get mixing up with some categories that are
It's going to get a little hairy.
Not quite sandwich versus sandwich anymore. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, baby boy. I just drew this picture for you. It's a burger versus a taco.
What?
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know.
It's inappropriate.
Anyway, we're also joined today by this is the best introduction ever. Transition from the taco. Hi, my ace. Good to see you on the show today.
I'm good to be here always.
Wow, there could not have been a worse transition than the one we just did.
First of all, they're always making me freaking hungry, and then to top it off, I feel like I can't even breathe because they always make me laugh when I'm here. So it's a good time to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, sure. Any shout outs you want to throw out?
Well, we'll be having the Green Veil episode on Let's Talk About Solita podcast soon. It's basically John Leguizamo's latest project on this app called The Network. It's a free streaming service where you can find original series. And let's just say, when you see loathing Latinos who hate themselves, that is the type of show that you want to see. So I think I'm about 2 episodes in, and I absolutely hate John Leguizamo. I never thought that could happen. The Pest was my favorite movie, and now I hate him. So we'll see where we go from
Smarty, go to a potty.
I love that I love the opening scene with the Voodoo Mambo song, farting in the shower. It's just great.
Farting in the shower.
It's just great.
Yo, but what if she was like a sexy alien? Like,
these pants make me look fat. No, your butt makes you look fat. It just keeps on going. So we'll have that soon, and then we have a products episode on Let's Blood podcast where we're going to be discussing why his stuff's so expensive, because we're poor.
You just need to use coconut oil. That's it. Just use coconut oil just eat it. Just rub it on your feet.
Everywhere.
It's slippery.
It's slippery.
So let's get back to Fry here. He's going to tell us what is up for grabs.
This week we are actually talking about sandwiches, so it was again weird what Josh decided to go with, but it is the final side of the Sweet 16 where we have Jason's Deli. This was the big upset bracket, was the sandwich bracket. Mm-hmm. Jason's Deli as an 8 seed is taking on Charley's Philly cheesesteaks as a 12 seed, and then we've got the powerhouses. Arby's as a 3 seed is taking on Panera as a 2 seed. Then we get down to the miscellaneous bracket, and things are about to get weird. We've got Starbucks against the Wiener King, Wiener Schnitzel. Thank God.
You said I was the Wiener King.
Thank God Josh did not draw a hot dog versus a taco. All right. And then we've got Panda Express against Dunkin' Donuts. Because you know what America runs on? It's Dunkin'. Sorry, that was a free shout out.
Definitely not
that.
Panda.
They're not paying me. What's that?
Definitely not Panda.
Can you imagine if Panda was as popular as Dunkin'? It's just pandas everywhere.
What if Panda Express did sell like coffee out of the drive-thru window?
Oh my God.
You're like, let me get a latte and a side of walnut shrimp. All right.
Dumplings on a stick.
What was that?
Dumplings on a stick instead of having a little cake.
It's so hard not to get myself in trouble as we're talking about these topics. All right, so let's go to one with the highest seeds. Let's go ahead and start with the number 8 seed, Jason's Deli. Josh, you're going to go ahead and go first because it's facing off against one of your favorites, Charley's Philly Cheesesteaks at number 12.
Jason's Deli is a upright establishment. It's on the level. It's good bread. They got great portions. They have no shot in hell against Charley's Subs. Charley's Subs is so good. It's so good. Sometimes I would go to the store because I know that Charley's is there. I can't afford a sandwich, and I probably shouldn't be having one of their sandwiches anyway, but just to walk by and smell it. It just smells so good. Sometimes you just like watch people like getting their sandwich made. Like, yeah, that was a good move. Yeah, okay. It's so
doubling
good.
Doubling it up.
Yeah. I mean, I just love it. I wish it was more places, but maybe that's part of the appeal. You always want your spot to get big and be everywhere and everyone likes it. But when that happens, that's when you start cutting costs. So maybe they're one of those rare businesses that figured out where they lay. They are attached to the base and some airports, and that's where they go. But yeah, Charley's Subs is it. That's it. That's where it's at, bub.
Yeah, I just now I have this image as Josh as a sandwich hype man, and I think that just should happen. On grilled onions, grilled onions,
pepperoni cheese.
Taking a risk with the wheat bread.
You deserve that in the foot long. There you go. Oh, calm down. Jeez, we're getting places. Go back. Sorry.
All right. So remember, Jordan last week told us he has a standalone Charley's cheesesteak that's always packed by his house. Golly, Charley's cheesesteaks is so good, and they have such a great menu. Their menu is so good. They can do like the teriyaki cheesesteak, the California chicken cheesesteak. They do a buffalo cheesesteak. It's, oh God, they'll put it on a wrap. I had a wrap the other day from Charley's, and it was like ready to explode. Man, more jokes that were inappropriate just went through my head. I won't say
stop.
So it has so much flavor, and like Josh said, the smells coming off the grill are out of this world. They throw some peppers on your sandwich and they grill them up. They do. They sound like that, and they shout it at you across the way. And it's like, sometimes they'll do it because they know whose sandwich they're cooking. So they'll do it like when you say hello to that person you didn't mean to say hello to. So you just walk by them and you go, oh, not you. Right? Yeah. So when they yell out peppers, somebody will be like, me? And they'll be like, not you. The guy that ordered the real sandwich. Peppers? Not you, white bread and chicken with no sauce. But overall, Jason's is good, and Jason's had a really good run with their muffletta sandwiches, with their turkey sandwiches, with their Jason specialty sandwiches. But if Jersey Mike's isn't going to make it this far into the competition, then I'm going to tell you right now, Jason's Deli is not going to make it this far into the competition. It's got to be Charley's. All right,
gotta be Charley.
I'm going to say Charley's. I like a good cheesesteak. Like, I like a good Philly cheesesteak. That's me. I personally will probably pick that over a deli sandwich any day because I do like bell peppers, onions. I like all of that inside of my sandwich. And I know that one time I dated a guy who was from the East Coast and he hated bell peppers. That's probably why it didn't work out. I'm like, you have no flavor in your food. There's nothing in there besides, you don't even like onions. You're afraid of pepper?
They come in so many colors.
Right? You need some colorful things in there, not just the cheese and the meat. Otherwise, you're on dry bread.
Just be mayonnaise, Scott.
Right. So I'm gonna have to go with Charley's. I mean, at delis, I feel like I always get tongue-tied. See, bell pepper. There you go.
Peppers.
So you just gotta like figure out what you like, know what you like, go with your gut. I'm gonna go with Charley's.
Yeah, and we didn't even touch on the fries. Their epic fries are out of this world. They'll throw a little cheese on them. They do steak fries. They'll do ranch sauce on them or buffalo sauce. Charley's, making me obese for years and years and years.
Charlize Theron. Am I right? Am I right?
I think you're pretty right. Theron with sandwiches. All right, let's go to a much tougher matchup. Let's go to Panda Express as our 3 seed in the miscellaneous bracket. That's right, we are back in the miscellaneous bracket, so it's about to get weird. Panda Express against Dunkin' Donuts. Maye, why don't you lead us off here?
It's just a weird mashup. Just a really strange one.
I don't think either of these restaurants serve any mash. That's weird.
I don't. Maybe sometimes it's questionable the way it starts.
You want this orange chicken mash?
I'll smash it for you. I don't know how good it's gonna be, but I'll smash it for you. Damn, I do like a good orange chicken. I'm gonna have to go with Dunkin' though. I'm gonna have to go with Dunkin' Donuts because I do have a sweet tooth. So I can get a donut and I can get a really, really, really sweet drink and then be satisfied and then be asleep for days because you're probably going to be really, really tired after that sugar high wears down. So I'm probably going to have to go with Dunkin'. I mean, even though I do like my Americana Chinese food because let's be real, it's not legit.
Why are you worried? Why are you worried about that sugar high coming down? You've never heard of a desk donut? You get an extra donut and you hide it in the top drawer of your desk. You open the drawer, you go, desk donut! That keeps you there.
Secret treat.
That's gonna bring ants. I don't want an uninvited.
You eat it the same day, Maye. You're not leaving it in there for a week. Why is it gonna have ants? Where do you work?
We're in California. Ants get everywhere within an hour.
That's terrifying. What are you living in the world of stormtroopers?
Dude,
what is
ants
happening?
are taking over, bro.
They do.
Or Starship Troopers. Sorry, I said Stormtroopers. There you go. What a great drawing. And the nose is just off enough for us not to get sued. I love it. All right, Josh. So, what are you going with in the world of Dunkin' Donuts and Panda Express?
Dunkin' Donuts and Panda Express. There's a Dunkin' on every corner. Can you imagine if it was the same for Panda? You know? If Panda was everywhere, yeah,
I feel like it'd be freaking adorable. Panda on every corner.
You don't really consider Taco Bell Mexican food. You shouldn't, you fool. You kind. I mean, sure, it's in that umbrella. If you want to call it that, then go ahead. Panda is, I guess it's Chinese. You know, it's like, yeah, sure, that's Chinese. Why not? But it's really what you're looking for is chicken with sauce all over it, and then other stuff. Whether it's the bourbon chicken or the Mandarin chicken or the orange chicken or General Tso's. Yeah, General Tso's is a banger. There's so many different kinds. Sweet and sour. You just want chicken with sauce on it. And I'm all in favor of chicken with sauce on it with some rice on the side. Oh, that's great. Have it with a big fat 64-ounce Fanta. And
wanna Fanta.
That's the only time I ever want orange soda is when I'm eating Panda.
Oh, I thought it's when you're watching like sports and that commercial comes on.
I don't know why, but it's like, yeah, you gotta have orange soda. I've left the Panda because they were out.
What kind of establishment are you running?
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm not gonna have Pepsi with my Chinese food. It's crazy. But yeah, the dripping portions. I so infrequently go there. Dunkin' is a heater. Now, it's not great cuisine. You're going there for a quick fix. That's a quick fix is much nicer than going out and feeling bad for yourself after eating 45 gallons of shrimp. Dunkin' is better. It's nice to have a donut in your pocket, and it's nice to have a hot bevy. And the turkey sausage is really good, dude. I love Dunkin'. Dunkin' wins. Dunkin's cool. I want a Dunkin' t-shirt.
And then I want to dunk myself into that t-shirt. So... yeah, I mean, like, let me just defend Panda Express's honor here. When you want a lot of food and you just want to feel like a fatty, you get that 3 entree plate, and they'll stack up the fried rice. You always go fried rice. You don't go chow mein, because they're going to jip you on the chow mein. Don't go chow mein.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, you go rice. They'll load that sucker up with rice. They'll put so much rice in there, there'll be rice with your rice. But, 2 orders of orange chicken, and then you get whatever the flavor of the month is. Like, you think I was joking about that honey walnut shrimp? No, I would eat that honey walnut shrimp every single day. And I always make sure I say that third, because then they got to put it in the side container. So now I got a little extra container of honey walnut shrimp. You got to be careful what you say third, because that's what you're going to get the most of, unless you go double orange chicken. But that third, you get an extra little side deal, and you eat out of that little side deal, and then it's delicious in your mouth. But also... I drink water. I don't drink soda, so I don't know the Fanta experience.
Fanta experience.
Strawberry.
It's really
How
sad.
about Universal Studios?
It's really sad when they don't have it, you know? It's just sad.
Big bummer, bro.
Why is your Fanta machine always broken? What is this, ice cream at McDonald's?
You know what? I come here a lot, and I just need...
And every time I come here, you have a problem with the Phantom machine. We have an issue here.
What are you
Jim,
doing?
Jim,
Is Jim still the manager here? Is it still Jim?
Hey, tell Jim,
Jim comes out. Who's above you? I want to know who's above you.
you know what? I come here a lot.
I'm going right to the head panda. About your Fanta.
You just
All
see a
right.
guy in the back with like a Fanta.
All right, so
That's a donut.
on the other hand, you've got Dunkin' Donuts, which has a different flavor all the time. They have different flavors for all the holidays. They also give you the biggest coffee in the coffee game. When you order a large coffee, it is bigger than the train to coffee. They give you like a supersized big gulp of coffee,
Yeah.
and it is just amazing. And you get that sucker light ice, and you're on that coffee drip all day long like an IV, and you are just dying for some coffee nutrients. And then you move on to the food menu, and they've upped their game. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's all pre-made, whatever. Welcome to the restaurant era.
Right.
It's the turkey sausage breakfast sandwich is good. Anything on a croissant is delicious, so get yours. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. Anything on a croissant is going to be good. I'm going to tell you this. Yeah,
Bunch
it's
of
a
bees?
croissant sandwich. Croissant-wich is what the smart
Croissant-wich.
people call it. But anything you have on a croissant's delicious, and anything you have from there, you know what you're getting. I used to love those power wraps that they had, and it was like an egg white power wrap. I don't know why, because I like to pretend like I'm eating healthy all the time, when I know I'm not.
Protein.
Yeah, there we go.
Protein.
How many
Protein.
grams of protein
Yeah,
you got in
protein.
that? And the kid turns around and looks at the screen. But
It's like 3.
nah, it's like 19, dog. You better get your game up. You better start counting those protein grams. But it's got to be Dunkin' Donuts here. I am so sorry, Panda Express. You are going to fall by the wayside. For the next one, I love that, Josh. I love it. Interesting phrasing there. But we are moving
Hot
on
brown.
to that hot coffee. I call it black coffee myself. But we're going to go to our number 1 seed, Starbucks. How about the Starbucks? Starbucks against Wiener Schnitzel. So I'll start. Starbucks is my go-to all the time. Starbucks is a place where I go when I didn't have my eggs and I need to get those sous vide egg bites with 19 grams of protein per egg bite. I'll order 4 of those. Josh freaked out one time because I ordered like $20 worth of eggs from Starbucks, and he was like, "How do you do that?" I was like, they had those eggs, man. They had those eggs, and the eggs are good, and I can get the eggs without any like extra bread or carbs when I'm feeling a little bit guilty because I ate a pizza the weekend before. So you also get that train to iced coffee, which they don't have here in England, and it's very frustrating. It hurts me. But you get a large coffee, you bring some coffee from home, bada bing, bada boom, you got to fix. But they also introduce new flavors all the time, and every once in a while when I'm feeling frisky, I go with like a new flavor, like a creme brulee cold brew or a
brulee, you say?
Yes, brulee. When I'm feeling frisky,
De la creme.
brulee de la creme, only for the frisky at heart. But they got that, or the shaken oat milk brown sugar espresso. All right, say that
That's too
7
many
times
syllables,
fast.
dude. It's not about getting the frilly drink. You're allowed to get a
too many
frilly
syllables.
drink.
Welcome to
Yeah.
Starbucks, noob.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, like, it's not about like you have a girly drink. I'm down with girly drinks. Give me a daiquiri all day, but like, it's too many syllables. It's not a good drink if it has that many syllables. Period.
It has too much ice, is what I'll tell you. A cube of ice for every syllable, probably. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any of those shaken espresso drinks have too much ice. We don't need that much ice. Have you ever seen a martini with that much ice? No, you haven't. You've never seen that, because people would revolt because you're watering down their drinks. Starbucks, we're on to you. We are on to you. TikTok caught you. And how dare you know that we're on to you and say, oh, you want light ice? That's 35 extra cents. No, it's not. No, it's not. You just poured water.
Yeah.
A brewer. But anyway.
How dare you? How dare
on to
you?
Wiener Schnitzel. Again, I'm going to always fall back on this. If I can get 100 mini corn dogs for $5.99, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get 100 mini corn dogs. Thank God it's not fighting a taco.
You see how he's squatting? It's really strange. I don't know why that went.
Also,
he's taking a shit.
why is he a senior citizen? Can we discuss why he's a senior citizen?
Oh,
We
Why
discussed
is he
why
so
you picked
old?
a hot dog after you said hot brown, and it looks like he's taking a deuce. It's just-
And he's throwing up two fingers. He is taking a deuce.
no.
Hot dogs poop too.
Oh,
Everybody
God.
poops. All right, so we go on to Wiener Schnitzel. Like I said, the big bag of mini corn dogs for $5.99. The Chili Dog Express, which might lead to that hot dog having the Chili Dog Express, but it's so good. The chili cheese fry burritos are so good too. Oh, my mouth is watering. The only problem is there's not enough Wiener Schnitzel around the world. It's not everywhere. Starbucks is everywhere. It's very convenient. I just need coffee more than I need a hot dog. And Starbucks is always there for me to the extent where they're right across the street from each other in most places. So I'm
Yeah.
going to go with Starbucks.
Yeah.
Maya?
Ah. So
Did
we've
you hurt your
discussed
knee
this
like Peter
before.
Griffin? You're like,
Yeah, that was a knee, like my whole knee just popped. But no, that hurt because I have a soft spot for the Wiener Schnitzel.
It's the schnitzel you like.
With the Schnitzel, because my dad used to take me there anytime we didn't want to have like food at the house, because my mom would always be like, let's have, this dish or mole or something like that. And he's like, let's go get some chili fries. Then he would just take me to Wiener Schnitzel. And yes, I would get the corn dog, and yes, he would like let me try his chili fries because my dad didn't want to share. But it was a good time. But
Okay.
we've also discussed previously how I have broken the line several times at Starbucks and didn't realize that that's what I was doing. So maybe I'm not supposed to be at Starbucks because I don't know how to order from their menu. Just get the matcha drink and that's it. I know what I like and I know what I like. Sometimes when they don't have the pineapple frappes or whatever the hell that they say that they're called, I get upset. It's almost like when Josh goes to Panda and there's no Fanta and he leaves. Same.
Yeah.
No pineapple drink. What the hell am I doing here? Bye. So I'm gonna have to go with Wiener Schnitzel because I enjoy a good corn dog and some chili fries. Sometimes a chili dog, even though I might have a stomach ache later. It's just worth the experience.
It's been a while since Maya got to debate the Starbucks thing. And I'd be remiss if I didn't bring it all the way back to her first time on our fast food madness showdown, when she let us all in to her secret world where she didn't know about the pay it forward Starbucks plan.
Yeah.
And she was under the impression that every person in front of her, male or female, was just flirting with her by buying her a drink. She was in T-Pain's song. She was like, oh, the car in front of me must want to buy me a drink. And she would just roll up and say thank you and pull away. So if you ever were in a pay it forward line and did not get your drink paid for, in California, it might have been Maya. Josh, we have a tie. And it's up to you to break that tie, breaker of ties.
Oh my God.
What were we talking about again? Just kidding. Starbucks is great. It's got the stuff. Personally, I'll tell you what I get. I get a venti Americano, a little sprinkle of cinnamon sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll get a vanilla chai if I'm feeling frisky, if I'm going out on the town and having a little brunch. You know what I mean?
A little chai.
I'll get a little chai. I'll have a chai, maybe a dirty chai. If I'm feeling extra nice. But usually it's just black coffee, so I don't really particularly care where I get my coffee from. I think Starbucks, I've said before, it's not the best beans. It's not the best beans. There's better beans, bud. Better beans, bud. Better beans, bud. Anyway.
Yeah, Josh, please don't draw beans next. Please don't draw beans.
I do something. I'll just close out by saying Starbucks is cool. It's everywhere. I don't care. It's always a last resort. Going to Starbucks is a last resort most of the time. But I am a little hot dog boy.
Like the character from what's it called? The Big Friendly Giant.
I'm a little hot dog boy. I don't care how much money I will ever have or what.
What was Brooke? Little cinnamon girl or something like that?
Oh yeah.
She's a little cinnamon girl.
Brooke says, I'm a little cinnamon girl. I'm a little hot dog boy, and I like processed meat. I don't care what level of status I'm at in my life. I'll always love fried Spam. I'll always love a doggy. I'll always love a Wiener Schnitzel. I love the cheese sauce that came out of the can. I'm in for that. Process me. I don't know. A bag full of chili dog. You know what? That's all I have to say. You can have a bag full of chili dogs, dog. Like a lot of them. That's it. Like Wiener Schnitzel wins.
This is the biggest upset I've ever seen.
I don't care,
Wiener
dude.
Schnitzel over Starbucks.
I do
That's
not care.
crazy. I mean, like if we just pulled the numbers, like I'm not even sure where we're gonna be at. But if we just pulled the numbers and asked how many Starbucks are there in the world, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh
that it's
yeah, I'm
up
sure.
38,038 Starbucks in the world. And then we say, how many Wiener Schnitzels are in the world? I
do
don't
gotta
know.
say though,
200?
you put the fate of Starbucks in the hands of a hipster. Like, I'd rather have Pete's coffee. You know, like their beans are icky. Like,
Oh wow, a little bit of Pete's. Or the tea tree.
Oh my
have
God.
you ever even heard of Einstein's? Dutch Brothers, perhaps?
Is there a local establishment that perhaps roasts their own beans on site?
I'm gonna go start an arcade fire.
Oh, wow. That's a good reference. Nobody gets it, but it was good. All right, so on to our last match of the day, starting with my yay. It's Arby's, our 3 seed in the sandwich bracket, against Panera, the 2 seed.
I'm gonna go Panera. I hate Arby's. I'm
That was
sorry.
fast.
Oh,
That was
cool.
not even a
You built
question.
up so much suspense. I'm crazed now.
It was like so much anger when just Arby's was mentioned because I don't look. First of all, anytime
But they
I've
have the
walked,
meats.
but they're just no. They may have the meats, but the meats is gonna give you the shits because like it's just gross when you go in there. Anytime I've walked into an Arby's, it doesn't look clean. The people who work there don't look like they wash their hands. I don't want to get food poisoning. Like, it's just, I don't want to die.
Just attack the people. We stick to the food here. That was
That's a part
so
of the
mean.
food. That's a part of the food. They're handling the food. No,
It's true.
absolutely not. You're gonna hand me my food. You're making my sandwich. There's absolutely no way that I'm going to be.
Sandwich person who doesn't wash their hands.
No, I literally saw.
Do you not have Fanta here?
They don't have a Sprite. No, I'm not going in there. Like for me, I literally went. That we were gonna go out of town. We saw an Arby's and we saw a lady smoking a cigarette. First of all, she was pregnant. That should have been a whole other conversation. And you could tell because she was going like this and she was smoking a cigarette. Then she walked in, didn't wash her hands, and started instantly working on someone else's food. I was like, no, I'm not eating here. Let's leave. And we went straight to Jack in the Box. I was like, there's no way in hell I'm eating here. And Panera,
Let me
They
just
will
be clear for
actually-
the audience. Let me just be clear for the audience. Hold on. She was not saying that pregnant women shouldn't have jobs. She was saying pregnant women shouldn't be smoking and then
That was
doing their
pretty
job.
clear.
yes, just for clarification, that's what I was saying. They should not be smoking. And when it comes to Panera, when we like have somebody who gets sick, they'll be like, you can get, if you don't feel like cooking, a Panera soup can help you. Tomato soup. I think they have a tortilla soup, a Tuscan soup, and then they also have really good mac and cheese. I like their mac and cheese. I've never had their sandwich, but I will eat the shit out of their mac and cheese. Like I love their mac
Crazy.
and cheese. So I'm gonna go with Panera. I don't want to get sick.
All right, Panera, land of the people that wash their hands, I guess.
I guess so.
Josh, I hope you haven't had just such a personal, visceral experience at Arby's. But let's see here, Josh. What are you going with today?
She has a
Between-
black apron and she has her hair in a bun. She has work shoes on. That's her, baby. I'll tell you. So first of all, I'm not sure if you knew this, Maya. I live right behind the Arby's. Anyway, they got the meats. I live right behind the Arby's. I barely ever go there. I have gone in there, looked at the menu for about 5 minutes and said, nah, and just left. But I do have beef with Panera, and it's interesting you say you go in there, one scenario is if you're sick, you don't feel like cooking. Of course, you go to the hospital if you're sick. That's what Panera is. It's hospital food. We've said this before. It's all processed. They don't make that bread anymore. None of it's real. I mean, it's real, but it's all shipped in, which is fine. It's good food. Welcome to the restaurant business, blah, blah, blah. I'm just wondering why I have to pay $12 for a piece of bread. I love this soup. The egg sandwiches are pretty dang good. It's a nice atmosphere, more or less. You know, they have a nice little situation in the scene. I just don't want to vote for Panera. You know, I don't want to. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say not Panera.
Not Panera. A refusal to vote for Arby's.
No, I can't do it.
saying,
I gotta vote for
not
Panera. I can't
No
allow Arby's
vote,
to move
no
forward.
No Panera vote.
I can't allow Arby's to move forward.
Vote.
No, I can't allow it. I can't allow it. Just because you have good Arby's sauce, and it's not that good. Just because you have good cheddar sauce, and it's not that good. I go Panera.
And mind you, he didn't even bring up their drink club. Don't they have like the unlimited drink club or whatever? They had that for a while where you could like buy into their drink club. So whenever you were thirsty, you could go get unlimited drinks.
You could just go get a free.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Here's my coffee card. I'm just gonna fill up this mug with your hot coffee dispenser over here.
That would hurt Josh,
Club
by the
member.
way.
I don't like it, man. I mean, see,
hurt him.
it was a real integrity move. Honestly, I don't want to vote for Panera, and I got to make the right choice. I got to make the right call. I'm sorry, I had to do it.
Panera, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so here's the deal. Their steak and cheddar sandwich was amazing. They took it off the menu. They had this flatbread sandwich, I think. It wasn't flatbread. I can't remember the type of bread it was on. But it was like a taco sandwich. It was like a chicken avocado sandwich.
Okay.
Really good. Their breakfast sandwiches are real good. Their coffee's good. It's decent. It's not bad. It's enough, right? It's enough. And if you could ever find a partner that you're enough for, good for you. But Arby's...
It's so depressing. If you ever find a partner that you're good enough for, you know? Jeez.
Arby's. Sometimes just being good enough is good enough. Arby's, though, they had the $5 Arby's roast beef sandwiches where you got like 5 for $5 and you got all the Arby's sauces and they cheddared them up. They put so much cheddar on the roast beef melts.
That's true.
Oh my gosh, their gyros are not terrible. There is so much bang for your buck. You mix it. Wes is going to be so mad at you guys when he hears this episode. But you get the turkey sandwiches, the turkey melts. My gosh, get out of town. They got special onion loaf bread. Shut up. Shut your mouth right now. They got like onion salsa with the red onions on their roast beef sandwiches. They'll make you a little Monte Cristo sandwich. They'll make you a Reuben sandwich. They'll make you a little bit of whatever you want, but those you talked about a bag of chili dogs. I'm going to get a bag of Arby's roast beef melts.
But that's over. Those days are over.
Yeah, thank you, inflation.
With
way to
the
go.
side of food poisoning.
And I don't know if it comes.
You
with
guys
food
are cool with
poisoning.
like red dye number 7? Yeah, okay.
Nah, but yeah, thank you, Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump, for all this inflation, dicks.
Jeez.
But honestly, Arby's is the better choice here. But Panera probably has more variety, more choices. It's going to make Josh happier. God, I miss my turkey sandwiches on that cranberry walnut bread. My goodness gracious, it was so good. So, Josh, you're right. Panera has it. Panera for the win. Even though you didn't like it, it just happened. Now,
He did not like that win.
have wrapped up the Sweet 16. And let's just rattle off who is in our Elite 8. All right, in 2 weeks' time, we will be battling it out. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
We've got McDonald's against Jack in the Box for the right to come out of the burger bracket. Taco Bell against Chick-fil-A for the right to come out of the Mexican/chicken food bracket. And then we've got Charley's Philly cheesesteaks against Panera Bread for the right to come out of the sandwich bracket. And then, of course, I don't know why I sound like Oprah there, but I liked it. And then we've got a weird one, Wiener Schnitzel in the miscellaneous bracket going up against Dunkin Donuts.
Oh, no.
So,
don't they both serve wieners?
Big matchups.
Yeah.
I don't think Dunkin Donuts serves wieners, no.
They used to have a little link.
Serve wieners. Did they?
They had a little sausage link or something at some point.
Was it like a pigs in a blanket type of thingy?
Maybe.
I think so.
Oof, I love pigs in a blanket.
Yeah, I haven't had that in a long
I just
time.
love pigs in general.
Yeah, it sucks being an adult. Anyway, you guys have been great. We appreciate it. Josh, where can they reach the show?
Oh, you can reach us at GORP Show and on all the stuff in the SadFan podcast media family extraordinaire conglomerate. Just quick shout out. In the future, we're going to have an episode specifically about Final Fantasy, but we're going to be doing some role-playing game, video game episode.
Oh.
This is a Moogle from Final Fantasy. So if you're listening and you want to have any suggestion for certain subject, topic matter for Final Fantasy or anything like that, we're going to do a big nerd sesh, and you're welcome to add your suggestions in the comments.
So no Ludicrous? I thought you were going to tell me, what's your fantasy?
Oh, no. Final Fantasy, the video game.
I'm
excited about that. Hopefully you guys ride off into the sunset on a chocobo.
Chocobo. Anyway, love you guys. GORP Show, bye.
No way.